About your boy Hockey, and today we're gonna react to Drake just got destroyed. He can never come back from this. By my boy Poetic Flacco. Let's get straight into it. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 200, 161. Let's go, boys. Why is it not letting me? Oh, okay. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Comparison L I've ever witnessed on the internet. You kind of have to wonder what exactly was the strategy the last year or so. It kind of felt like you lost the battle to Kendrick, and then the next year you embarked on a journey to ruin your public name, ruin your good reputation, and it seems like all for nothing. Like a lot of people was willing to kind of stomach, he's making himself look a little crazy, kind of bad, but it will be worth it in the end because he's gonna save hip hop and get $1 billion from UMG because they did him wrong. Come to find out, not only is he not gonna save hip hop because UMG won, but he's not gonna even get monetary rewards for all his trouble. He might be in debt because he might actually have to pay UMG lawyer fees and all the lawyers, and all the money they spend in lawyers, man. So the lawsuit against UMG was officially dismissed. This video, we're actually gonna go through the court's decision line by line and break down exactly why they denied or dismissed Drake's lawsuit against UMG. As crazy.
And I'm pretty sure he put this lawsuit out claiming that they pushed out Kendrick Lamar's music way more than his at the time, which I don't know, they might have not, but either way, a lot of people wanted to see you fall, Drake. Like I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people wanted to see your downfall. So whenever the one of the biggest rappers in hip hop came out and made a song exposing you, and we've also heard rumors like this before in the past, it's just kind of like, like
Crazy
you're
as
really gonna
this may
lose.
sound, the person responsible for Drake losing this lawsuit isn't UMG or Kendrick Lamar. It's actually Michael Rappaport. A few years ago, Michael Rappaport and Dave Portnoy had beef. So Barstool dropped a diss track against Michael Rappaport. In this diss track, they called him all type of things, right? They called him a racist. They called him all type of names. Michael Rappaport was offended by the diss track, so he sued them. I can't play the diss track because it got copyrighted material, but essentially, like the courts ruled that because the diss track was comedic, that the diss track itself was not meant to be taken seriously because of the diss track's, I guess, nature, that nobody could listen to this diss track and take away that what was being said was an actionable fact. And because of that, whatever was being said in this diss track could
Doesn't
very
can't be.
easily be interpreted by the average listener as an actionable opinion. So hence Michael Rappaport has no entitlement to compensation for damages, and that was the ruling. Well, that set a precedent that Drake just couldn't get over. There's something called a legal precedent where judges will look at other cases that are very similar or maybe identical to the case they're currently judging. And they will look at that ruling and figure out, is this case any different? That,
And
like,
it really isn't. Like, it really isn't. It really isn't in any way because it's like people are still gonna listen to you. Yes, it exposed you, your family time. Well, actually, I kind of want to hear this because, like, the depth that Kendrick Lamar took on exposing you was something that I don't think we've seen in hip hop in a very long time, like since like the early 2000s, 90s era of like beefing and and rapping. Um, so I don't know. It's like a little different because a lot of the things that were said in that song um did change his image. Like I think it's a little bit different from Michael Rappaport because I believe that it did affect his image. Obviously, a lot of people are looking at Drake like I still listen to Drake's music. I've always said this. Like I don't, you know, I used to be more of a Drake like hater even before the Not Like Us and everything. Like I was just like, bro, this nigga is like corny, bro. Like it's not. This nigga, he was Jamaican, then he was black, and then now he's Canadian again. What are you? Like, are you, like,
do I have enough to where I could go against that ruling, or is it similar enough? And there's not really much here for me to say that legal and I need to make a new one. So in this particular Drake versus UMG, they referenced the Michael Rappaport diss track towards Barstool, and they says the court concluded that the tone and apparent purpose of the diss track in regards to Michael Rappaport lawsuit especially considering his use of hyperbolic and vitriolic words and imagery, further reinforced for the audience that the video is not intended to reflect an actual factual assessment of Michael Rappaport. This was the ruling. The district court faced no difficulty concluding that the context of this diss track reasonably signals to viewers that the challenge statement are the prejudiced, opinionated viewpoints of the Barstool defendants. The Second Circuit affirmed the district court's analysis, concluding that the nature and tone of the surrounding language can function as a strong indicator to the reasonable reader that the statement is not expressing or implying any facts. So the judges is looking at this like, well, we already have a precedent, right? The Second Circuit affirmed it. You had the district court affirmed it. Like at this point, this is what the precedent is, and we kind of have to go off of this. And there's not much in this Drake and Kendrick like lawsuit or battle that really differs from the Michael Rappaport and Barstool situation. The
Bro, we really thought people really thought Drake was gonna save hip hop. Nigga, you can't do that. It's ran like once you really learn who controls music and I'd say hip hop, which is the music, which is like the record labels and things like that, you wasn't gonna stop them. You didn't think they have things in place to to stop these things from happening. Like I heard a lot of like record deals are essentially like you have to be a lawyer to understand a record deal. And that's why a lot of people get played is because like they have things set in place so that you cannot do these things. You can't overstep. You can't try to take their money from them. Like obviously some record labels lose money, but you're not doing it to the biggest record label in all of America. You're just not doing it. It's just not. It's not. That's not possible.
judges, when they was looking, considering dismissing this, they looked at the nature of the Not Like Us video. They looked at the image. They looked at the thumbnail. They looked at the language. And the theme that was consistent here, the judges made a distinction between rap music, between art and creativity, and journalism and reporting and newspapers and art. Like they said, listen, like obviously we can't treat like a rap song or a song in general, we can't treat that language the same as we would treat a journalist writing an article that's accusatory. Clearly, right, the average person or the average viewer or listener would distinguish between a journalist writing an article that's accusatory and a rap song. The judges will say, Not Like Us is replete with profanity, trash talking, threats of violence, and figurative and hyperbolic language, all of which are an indica of opinion. A reasonable listener would not equate a song that contains lyrics such as Ain't No Law Boy, You Ball Boy, Fetch Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bit jumping with accurate factual reporting. Now this kind of shows too, like their opinion of rap music in general. They look at rap music as like absolute buffooneries. They're like, man, ain't nobody listen.
Basically, hey man, them inner words is slow, bro. We not hearing this, bro. We not hearing this. Essentially, um, but I mean, in a way, like I said, it was right. That's like I do think that it did cause an effect. Like Drake did suffer damages from this, but a lot of them were his own doing. Like I'm not gonna lie, like. And then you try to bring Tupac into the situation. Why did you do a hologram with Tupac? Why did you do that? Who thought that? Who told you that shit was a good idea? How much money did you pay to do that? It was a bunch of things that was just kind of weird. We're not completely homework.
Listen to a rap song and treating a rap song as like accurate factual reporting. Which I'll be real, they're kind of antiquated in that thinking. If we're being honest, bro, because right now, like yo, they even reference like YouTube and Twitter. They said, man, if somebody sees something on X, they're not thinking this. No, like in this society, people look at X or YouTube as like their news source. So it won't be far off to think that somebody may think that, yo, because he's saying this about Drake in his rap song, he's probably telling the truth, right? So then they will also say accordingly, right, because of the profanity and those other things, the reasonable listener of Not Like Us will conclude that Kendrick Lamar is rapping hyperbolic vituperations. I butchered the heck out that word, bro. Right,
Yeah,
but
nah,
bear
I ain't
with
gonna
me.
lie. I was looking at that word. I was like, yeah, I don't know how Flacco gonna say this. I was trying to say it in my head, bitch or place.
Okay,
What?
people, bear with me. So the maneuver that Drake and them try to do to counter this, which I think was like really stupid and really dumb. So Drake and his attorneys, their counter to this was, Your Honor, no, you got it wrong. People did think Kendrick Lamar was reporting actually and factually. And you know what Drake's like response? What Drake brought YouTube videos from YouTubers, and they say, "Look, you see, here's this person on YouTube saying Kendrick Lamar just exposed Drake. Yo, here's this person on YouTube."
Yo, this can't be real, bro. This can't be real. Drake, you're not coming back from this one. Drake, you've been a rapper since I don't even know, like late 2000s, like I think like 2008 or something like that. Why are you so salty that you're getting negative publicity from people that really don't affect your overall people's opinions on you? People like watch videos like so that's like saying that Drake, to put this into to compare, right? Drake doing that to and pulling up YouTube videos in court and saying, "Look, they just said that I was exposed really badly, and they're breaking down what happened and bringing up timelines." That's like him bringing up one of these videos and being like, "Yeah, you see, Your Honor, you see, Your Honor." Like as a judge, as a regular person, I'm looking at this guy like you're crazy. Like I'm like, wait, he's bringing up YouTube videos. They're YouTube videos. It's entertainment. Yes, some people are gonna agree with the content, but another majority is gonna be like, ah, whatever, and keep scrolling. Like what? Like what is the point? Like
On X saying Kendrick Lamar just exposed Drake. Come on, Your Honor. Like, people believe in this. And the judge and them strike that down as well. Plaintiff contends that in determining if the lyrics in Not Like Us express fact or opinion, the court must consider the subjective views of listeners as well as commentators in the rap industry and the press who understood the recording, video, and image as an attempt to convey a precise factual message about Drake. The amended complaint cites extensively to comments and posts from YouTube and Instagram that expressed the belief that the recordings had exposed the truth and that Drake truly was engaged in the activities that Kendrick Lamar was accusing him of. Courts responded back like, Drake, man, cut that foolery, bruh. Right? They said, listen, man, the court holds, based upon a full consideration of the context in which Not Like Us was published, a reasonable.
bro, they added Twitter ads in the fucking court document is frying me. Hey, y'all go follow these people on Twitter, I guess, bro. What the
Listener
fuck?
could not have concluded that Not Like Us was conveying objective facts
Or
about Drake.
Instagram.
The views expressed by users Kyle Ken, Mr. Right, and ZX Zabu. Man, come on, Drake. You could have picked like something more credible, bro. All right, not random comments. Yo,
Like this nigga Kyle, like, bro, one of these is probably a bot comment, bro. Like, you're ridiculous, bro.
Drake paid lawyers to do this, though. I thought Drake is worth a Billy, bro. You supposed to bring lawyers that's coming to court like on the ish, man. These names even sound like troll names, bruh. And the other YouTube and Instagram commentators quoted in the complaint do not alter the court's analysis in a world in which billions of people are active online. Support from almost any proposition, no matter how far fetched, fantastical, or unreasonable, can be found with little effort in any number of comment sections, chat rooms, and servers. That some readers may infer a defamatory meaning from a statement does not necessarily render the inference reasonable under the circumstances. Which, to be honest, regardless of who you're rooting for or what side you're on, you kind of have to admit that's a pretty fair ruling. Like, that's not something that's egregious, right? Like the judges sounds like pretty reasonable, like logical people, fair, right?
Mm.
And another important aspect of this is the judges took into consideration the rap battle. The judges took into
Oh,
consideration.
so they look. Yo, can you imagine just reading through? How you think the judges were reacting when they heard what's that one song like 616 in LA? Which if you haven't heard that song, it's one of the best songs in the beef. Next to Meet the Grams. Um, Dude, like, what were they thinking? Like, obviously, they're like, they gotta be like, "Damn," like, a little bit, maybe? Like, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments,
This
like, what are
song
the
so
judges thinking? Like, can you imagine the judges and, like, the prosecutors just listening to this shit in court, and they're like, "Damn, he kinda going crazy." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
both sides. And Drake and his attorneys, they fought tooth and nails for the judges not to consider the aspect of the rap battle or the other songs, claiming, yo, those other songs in that rap battle is very niche. Only Not Like Us was mainstream or was worldly. And it just said, cut it out, bruh. The document reads that Drake was arguing that the court should ignore the songs that came before and assess Not Like Us as a singular entity. Drake argues that the average listener is not someone who is familiar with every track released as part of the rap battle before listening to the record. They would claim that because Not Like Us is far more popular than the other 7 songs, that Drake contends that the court should not consider those other tracks
they
in assessing how the average listener of the recording will perceive the allegations regarding Drake, which is something that Drake, I believe, was not anticipating because Kendrick Lamar ain't suing Drake. They're not countersuing. So Drake was expecting for Not Like Us to be looked at and just, just Not Like Us. But, the judges looked at all 7 songs and they said, bruh, like, you made accusations against Kendrick Lamar. You told Kendrick Lamar to accuse you of these things. Not Like Us just kind of sounds like a response to that.
Mhm.
Like, what do you want us to do here? Like, of course we have to.
Like, yeah, we can't really do anything about this. Like, another thing I want to just realize, bro. Again, I'll still listen to Drake's music, but how many more times is he gonna do things that just show how much of a sassy queen he is? Like, how many more times? And I know there's gonna be people that come in my comments talking like, "Oh, Drake's got $1 billion." Yeah, no, I don't have $1 billion, but neither do you. It doesn't matter. We're all like, the average person has under what, uh, $5,000 in their bank account? Shut up. But, we're but, in a rap sense, how many more times is it gonna take for people to just be like, "Yeah, he's just not he's just no, that's not who he is." He built this tough guy act up, and then he went back to the lover boy because the tough guy and then you realize he has not played this tough guy at all since this rap beef because he can't. Who is he gonna run to? A lot of people in the rap game don't like him anymore after this
Take a
beef.
look at
They
everything.
took Kindred's
So
side.
the judge will say, moreover, while plaintiff is correct that the intended audience for the recording is the general public and not a subset of rap devotees or Kendrick Lamar fans, the recordings in a rap battle were likewise released to the general public. These were not songs accessible only to a select niche few, but tracks released by commercially successful artists. While Not Like Us may be the most popular of the diss tracks, the other songs were hits in their own rights, with streams in the tens of millions or hundreds of millions. Additionally, it was not just the recording which gained a cultural ubiquity, but the rap battle itself. In deciding this motion to dismiss, the court need not blind itself to the public attention garnered by this particular rap beef. The court takes judicial notice of the extensive mainstream media reporting that surrounded the release of Not Like Us and associated feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I don't know if Drake lawyers finessed them or if they was like just in court having a bad day, but that being the argument, hey judge, don't take this rap battle into consideration because the rap battle was a very small thing. It was for only this niche. Huh? The rap battle was the biggest thing on social media for like a year.
Oh, so that was them? Yeah, that literally, like, that was on the only thing on my timeline. Cause the way that Kendrick Lamar was dropping this dude was dropping daily disses on bro. Like, bro was literally writing stuff, recording it, uploading it to YouTube, making a thumbnail that had symbolism, and dropping it. All like I remember one time, bro, he dropped 2, 3 in a day, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, and they were back to back bangers. There wasn't a bad Drake diss. Drake tried to use Tupac to diss Kendrick because he's ass. Come on, y'all. Like, what are we doing, bruh? Nigga used a dead person to diss somebody because he's like, come on, man. Like, that shit was huge. Like, I'm low key up. Well, I actually was doing content at the time. I was almost gonna say I wish I was doing content, but I was doing content. I was back then I was a little lost, but like I was doing content. I kind of was doing reaction videos, but I was like reacting to music videos, and all my fucking videos were not getting any views, and it was really bad and it was really sad. So I stopped doing it. But um, biggest thing on the internet, because I remember I upload a video on the They Not Like Us reaction, and that got like 200 views on a channel that barely got any views. So, it was
Here,
big.
what do you mean don't take it into consideration? Like, what do you mean like it had no bearing, or like Not Like Us was bigger than the rap beef itself? Now, the one argument that really got Drake and them thrown out of court, right? Where the judges said, "Man, get out, bro." Like, well, not literally get out, but it was like, "Man, if you don't get your from in front of me, bro," right? They damn near cussed out Drake and them in the document, right? Called them logically incoherent. Was when Drake's lawyer and them conceded. It said, "Okay, judge. Okay, listen. Not Like Us, okay, may be an actionable opinion, but the actions of UMG when they promoted Not Like Us make them culpable, right? It took it from an actionable opinion
Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Drake. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure UMG signed Kendrick Lamar just like they signed you. As a music artist, they're supposed to promote his music. And they don't really care that he's dissing you. They actually like it because it makes them a lot of money. So they're gonna promote it. They're gonna do their job to promote it. And it's a shame that your disses just weren't as good, and a lot of the information that you were giving just wasn't credible, and then you kind of just left it alone because they were really digging and sizzling in But anyways,
to something else because they promoted it. The judge just said, if you don't shut up, stupid, the judge said, hold on. If you're conceding that Not Like Us was an actionable opinion when it was created and released, then why would it not be an actionable opinion just because like UMG promoted it? Cut it out. The document reads, plaintiff counters that even if the recording was protected opinion at the time of its initial publication, UMG's publication of Not Like Us in the months following after it achieved unprecedented level of commercial success exposes its liability. This argument is logically incoherent. If the recording was non-actionable opinion at the time it was initially produced, then its like republication would not expose UMG to liability. Republication cannot transform Lamar's statement of opinion into UMG statement of fact. And they packed it up and said, Drake.
so they basically say, yeah, get your goofy ass on. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they literally called this man logic. They just called this man the R word in a court document legally. I can't believe it. Drake's hitting all-time lows. So is the stock market soon if Trump keeps this up. That's it for today's video, though, guys. I hope you guys like. And if you are at the end of this video, I want to let you know I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day. And if not, hopefully I gave you a little laugh or gave you some little information or something like that. But yeah, man. Peace out. I'm out.